why Steezo couldn't pull Spice. So, if you're wondering, there was a moment in time and period where I used to be famous on acting on cosplay girls back when society still existed. So what ended up happening was this. The ARL literally was a tool for every gang member to try and make everybody a little kid again. So every time, how gangs work is literally when you're in your early 20s, if you get pussy and you're not really, financially stable, what's they're gonna do is they're gonna try to come after you each and every way, shape, or form, try to call you gay, try to call you this and that, say that you lack morals, say that you're running away for a problem. And the era, what they have to do is they have to compare you to somebody and say that you haven't changed. And so who they compared me to was Livingstone and Lily. So what the girls try to do, so what the gang's job is to keep the stereotype the same, to make you understand that those tits are still from a fat girl. They're gonna give you perspective where it comes to punching down, but where it comes to real life, they're not gonna give you perspective. They're gonna call everything a real life shit in order for you to recognize that, this situation right now, Lily, what are you gonna do with this and that? But that's only if they have the power. That's only if they breathe down your throat. And Lily, so guess what ends up happening? Lily, when a gang member can't say that you're a pussy right away, he has to evaluate the situation. He's gonna have to literally fucking dumb down your power a little bit, dumb down your perspective, dumb down your street cred in order to fucking make it even. Because the whole reason why you got rid of the girl is because it's not the fact that she wanted the girl, it's the fact that she knew that it wasn't worth it. And that's gonna be really bad because he needs to rip you off when it comes to drug deals. He needs to sell you a dream. He needs to make sure that your bag is worth the bucks so he can keep literally his business going. Every time, random cosplayers try to hook up with the era rappers and try to get, shelter, try to get this and that. They even try to hook up with my sensei Taz, aka Roger Sensei, and it was out there. None of them got the pussy. None of them got the pussy, but they sure as hell got the moral. See, what Spice tried to do is he tried to, literally hook me up with, random people from the Arrow, but they were complete nerds and they're, literally, hella fucking lame. And you have to understand that, literally, when girls see people like the Arrow, when they see them rap good online, you know what's the worst part about that? That means you're not what you say you are. Like, literally, that's like a gay member. Oh, you're talking shit to one kid where everything was going your way. Now you're finally facing challenge and now you're backing down like a little mouse. Literally, you don't understand. Girls notice that instantly. And she noticed that with Steezo. And so it ended up coming down to a point where I ended up getting a collab with Spice. And Steezo literally was Black Star for his last battle in the ARL, so I decided to be Black Star, and C was gonna be Tsubaki. And Lily, fucking Steezo thought that Lily, fucking that C was the most dank shit ever. Oh, she chose Black Star because it's a gangster thing to choose reverse psychology where it comes to characters. Steezo's real name in life is Chris, and my brother's real name in life is Chris, but his is spelled with a K, and Chris is Lily. Steezo's is spelled the normal Chris. You don't understand, every single time I would play a fighting game with my brother, I would pick the fucking clean characters and the characters that look good, that had a lot of skill, like Android 17, Showtime, Roki, etc. And my brother would pick the ugly characters on purpose. Like, you remember that show, Shaolin Showdown? I kept on trying to literally tell my brother to rethink about this guy named Chase Young, because Chase Young is my favorite character. He kept on calling him Wave, so I'm like, who's your favorite character? He's like, the country nigga, the one who puts his make a fucking excuse and shit too, like he put his foot down. And that is true. My favorite character in Challenge Showdown is Chase Young, and his favorite character is Clay. My favorite character is Slowly Your Soul, and his favorite character is Black Star. When Steezo saw Spice choose Black Star, it's the same thing when Stone saw Layla. He's like, what is this girl doing absorbing lore all of a sudden? The reason why is because it's a part of our agriculture and cosplay. You see, the reason why cosplay is indoors is to make sure that they meet, the right guy. What you don't know is why her dad sent her there. I know that for a very, very, very good reason, that this is a government fucking thing going on, Lily, where they're making sure that their children is protected. It's Lily. They're treating their child like they're coming from a foreign country, so they make sure they're not in public. That's why they can only watch animes that support foreign morals, like Princess Mononoke, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. They forbid girls from watching anime the way it was introduced to the United States, so that's why she picked that, and that's why she's trained. She's trained to pick, unorthodox characters, to pick the ugly characters. That's why she's known for JoJo. He thought it was a flip. He thought that she was gangster, and she sounds gangster. You know why? Because everybody's trying to get in her pants. That shit doesn't fool me. A human is just a human. That's just like a nerd. Like, Lily, that's like Lily, a nerd saying, dope, or what's up, Lily. He just uses common slang that you hear around. Like, Lily, fucking, this is shit that you see on your smartphone. And Lily, saying a word and living a lifestyle are completely two different things. But what ends up happening is, yes, he can fool you because he's hot, but you forgetting, you letting her being hot be So C hooked up with Steezo, and he didn't get a single, Lily, a hint, not anything, Lily, no play, no nothing. And Lily, what ended up happening is, like, he realized that Lily, and Spice chose Steezo then for a different reason, because Spice Lily tried to hook up with Taz, Roz, and she tried to say that Lily, that Roz was a bad dancer, that he could actually make beats, and he takes some criticism, but she recognized where he was homeless, and she ended up homeless trying to make me jealous, and nothing fucking worked. Lily, nothing that Spice did work, and she ended up offering me sex early, but that wasn't the point. The whole point is Spice offered me to her event. She was gonna offer me, Lily, the same thing that Karma was gonna offer me, Lily, a chance to prove that I can, go to a cosplay convention or a partner, and that's gonna show you that I can work with people, so I can get my, Lily, everything on paper faster when it comes to being a rapper, like everything. Lily, she offered me to have sex because Lily, I sleazeballed her. Like, I'm like, okay, you can do that if you want, Lily, because they try to say, yo, we're accepting responsibilities, and so she tried to like mimic it back and say the reason why I'm not doing it right way is because I'm handling responsibilities. And so I'm like, oh yeah, you got that from them again. Okay. And Lily, I'm such an asshole. Did I let things play out? I let her be homeless. I let her do everything. You know what she said? She ended up Lily asking me to hit Lily publicly on her post, and that was it. Also because Steezo was immature. Steezo was very immature at the time. The difference between me and Steezo is this. He comes from the hood, but he wants to pretend that he doesn't want to live, like, the manga life. So, Lily, I figured out over time that Steezo was actually not trying to be my friend in the IRL. That he was literally trying to run up on me, literally trying to change the way I think, change the way I flow. He was probably network or Sabo. He was probably network this and that, Lily. And so he ended up blowing up on YouTube due to his status and shit. And Lily, he was trying to tell me, yo, this is how things work. So, Lily, he's going to be a silent but deadly, but then I end up destroying him. So it all came down to his last battle with Black. And the craziest thing is, I told Steezo straight up, I knew already back then, this nigga Steezo called me 3 o'clock in the morning, hey, is this bar good? Is this bar good? Like, literally, fucking each and every time I knew Black was gonna win right then and there. And there was bars I could have killed Black, but literally, he took him out, literally, and I didn't know why at the time. Literally, what ended up happening is he ended up having whack bars against Black on purpose, but he ended up, hitting meetings, to get extra points and shit, so people won't consider him a loser. So what ended up happening is Black massacres Steezo in my mind, but Steezo comes close like Lily on paper because of the rules of battle rap. So Steezo bitched out. Lily had the worst ending ever, and I already told him, Lily, before everything happened, I already knew the way things are going, I'm gonna have to vote for Black. Do you know why? Because I look at things realistically. If Steezo was my best friend, Steezo was in calls with me like Lily every single time I needed him, but where it came down to war was actually serious, where it came down to an actual affecting situation, I was gonna pick Black, and guess what ended up happening in the future? I picked Black. And Steezo, Lily, we're all the way back in the day, he's like, Lily, so who you thought won? And I said, Black automatically. And I showed Steezo that I could be him in freestyle once he started making excuses. Yeah, but did you know what that one line mean? Did you know what the one line mean? I'm like, yeah, but I can top down freestyle. And literally, and so I text him what I could do in freestyle. It's fucking stupid. So overall, I got Spice and Steezo dead because I have an assertive nature. I actually back up what I say 24/7, not just the people who I know I can beat. Some people back up what they say to people when they have something in mind, when they have something planned and stuff. And Steezo is one of those people. Literally, he'll have experience before he goes into something and give himself an edge, but then he'll fall flat in life for abusing human nature. He used to use Morse code, and I really forbid that. And literally, I figured out that he was a fake before, but he's okay now. But the whole reason why is because he had a delusion. I'm a famous rapper, I'm this and that, I'm a 2K player, but I'm a little kid because I'm not accepting the fact that she doesn't like me. I'm doing everything to make him jealous. Yeah, I'm still convincing myself I'm better than him. And that's what makes a gangster sick. That's what makes literally a fucking troll sick. That's what makes anybody who draws their own shit sick. You have to make sure it's responsible. Stop being in your own little world. Stop trying to make me jealous and recognize that I know what you're doing it for.